Welcome back to Building with Blujay, and hey, that's me! If you missed the opening episode of this series, this is my first build of the world, and it is a hybrid of themes between Japanese architecture and pirate-themed architecture, and we're gonna continue that theme today with my first secret pirate treasure cave. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna build that just yet. I originally intended to build it under the house, but as you can see, there's not a ton of room here, and I want a water access to it, so it may be one of those things where I cut out the side of this hill. I'm not exactly sure yet. What do you think, sir? Ooh, some pointed dripstone that could actually help with the project. Do I have any emeralds? No, nope, and nope. If I leave this area, he's probably gonna go away. Do I have any emeralds back over here at the village? I think that I do. Oh, yes, I do. You might note as well, the day counter is still at 100. I've done my absolute best to stay logged out of this world until I am ready to record, because I want to make sure that we catch most all of the action. Of course, there's going to be some things that I do off camera, but we've survived 100 days, and we're kicking off, as soon as I can sleep, this episode with 101 days survived in this world. Let's keep that going, shall we? Hello. It's been a couple of days, give or take. It's actually been 91 days of grinding. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired of trading with villagers. I never want to see one of their big nose faces ever again. But all of this work has hopefully set me up to succeed for the future, to stay alive as long as possible. Look how amazing I look with all of my shiny diamond armor. The glint is turned down, but as you can see, I've got protection and unbreaking 3 and mending on all of them, and some extra goodies like feather falling 4 to keep me from taking damage from high heights. And a lot has happened in the last 91 days. I've punched a couple of bees and had to run and hide a few times. I've expanded my crop farm and sugarcane farm just a smidge, and I've expanded my villagers quite a bit. I've got some farmer villagers, and I've got some librarians, which is where we got some of these trades like mending and efficiency 5, silk touch, fortune 3, protection 4, unbreaking 3, all the basics. Now, I don't have everything in the world I could possibly need, like sharpness. This is a terrible sword. It doesn't have sharpness. I need sharpness. But that's a problem for another day. Oh yeah, and apparently my pigs got struck by lightning, all except for a couple. Hello! We still have pork. And we've got bacon. Crispy bacon. Anyway, I'm gonna head over here into the mines because I need to get some resources, and I've actually already been down here for a short mining trip, and all of that mining was done at Y level 16, and boy do I have something to show you. I decided to be brave and pillar out over the chasm here, and as I was digging out some of my ores that I found along the way, look what I ran into. Hello? Stronghold Library. I'm not going there now, but I at least now know where it is. I don't even need to use ender pearls to get there. I just gotta get the eyes of Ender and eventually go fight the dragon. But I'm still a little ways away from that. My build today is going to be a pirate treasure cave, which is also going to serve as my beginner storage system. And what do pirates keep in their caves? Well, most of the time they keep gold or treasure. I'm gonna keep a bunch of junk in there, but we're gonna decorate it as if it is a treasure cave and not just a junk storage room. So that requires me to get a decent amount of ores, and so I think it is time for a bit of an extended mining trip. Hopefully this one does not last another 91 days in the world, but it's time to get moving. You guys are waiting on videos and I gotta get this done. Could you imagine me trying to do all of this without unbreaking or efficiency 5 on this pickaxe? It would take probably a month and a half. So, I guess it's worth the wait. Hey, diamonds. We're so lucky. Hey, look. Stuff. But that's not important right now. That's the stuff we got from mining for, I don't know, an hour or two. It was a while. Enough that I had to repair my pickaxe by trading some more, costing me even more time. But it's time to get down to business. I have decided that this is where we're going to dig a tunnel to where my eventual storage room is going to go. It's not too far from my house. Unfortunately, my plans to have a secret entrance under my house, I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe eventually, when we have buildings up on top of the hill here, we'll be able to do something like that. But for now, Water access is how I'm going to get to storage, and I'm going to start by just digging out a very simple 2-tall tunnel, and I'm going to curve it a little bit, but most of the curving is going to happen when I go to widen this, because I got a really cool idea. I did some scouting in a blank creative copy of the world because I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything too crazy under here, and unfortunately, a lot of the space is filled with water caves, except for one area, and it's very, very cool where this ends up. If I'm going the right direction, I don't remember the coordinates. I might have to check that here in a minute, but it's gonna be sweet. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, this is where I've got to be careful. This is where the Building with BluJay series can go horribly, horribly wrong. There's a cave down there, and I'm not so scared of the drop at this point. I've got feather falling. We should survive that, but I don't know what all's down there. There's a couple zombies. Could be some creepers. There's a skeleton. I'm gonna be careful. But what I'm gonna do right now is start working on this tunnel so that I and a boat can fit through here without any problem. And the way that I'm gonna do that is by making a bit of a rounded shape, kind of like a half circle. And the great thing about this, we've already got a water source that's flowing in here, so it'll start filling in some of these gaps. I am gonna have to do a lot of the water placement a little bit later, but hey, we're off to a good start. It might be wise to get a bed. Look, creeper! Even though I've got full protection armor at this point, everything is still scary. Don't forget that. #1 rule of hardcore Minecraft. Everything, and I mean everything, is scary. Let's be honest, how many of you thought this was gonna be the end of the series right there? BluJay goofing around with the creeper? Nope, not today. This is gonna look really, really ugly. A lot of flat edges, a lot of messy textures, no specific design work to it until we get to the design part of this episode, which is gonna happen here in a little bit. But for now, it's gonna be ugly. This is all part of the building process, especially if you're going to be building something underground. It's gonna look pretty terrible, actually. But in order to get something really, truly great, you just gotta play with the mess. Oh, trident! Oh, bad. Oh, no. It's okay. Protection armor. We're gonna be fine. Can I steal his trident? Give it to me. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, thank you so much. I'm keeping you. See, right here. This is what I was telling you. Water only goes so far. It goes about 7 blocks, 8 blocks, something like that. I always forget the exact number, but this water has flowed as far as it can. So from here, I am gonna have to do a little bit of work with water placement, and if you know anything about water mechanics in Minecraft, they're kind of annoying. It doesn't always go exactly where you want it to, but we'll make it work. It's gonna be great, I promise. Now, can you guys see why I needed to spend 2 weeks getting enchantments for my pickaxe? There's absolutely no way this project would even be feasible without efficiency 5 and unbreaking 3, let alone mending. We need to repair the tools at some point when they get low durability, but this is a building series, and I want to build some really cool stuff, and I don't want to be limited by early game tools, so we should be, hopefully, mostly past that point, and anything that I'm still missing we can take care of in the next couple of episodes until we are fully maxed out with some pretty amazing gear, and then the possibilities are unlimited. Oh, I've been busy doing tons of things over here. Remember how I said this was going to be really cool? Well, here's the really cool part. There's no water in here yet because I'm still working and I don't want to get flushed into the trap. There's the cave down there, and there's going to be water flowing here and water flowing there, and all of this is going to be mostly dark. I'm going to have some strategic lights placed in here once it's all said and done, but the goal is for this to be a secret pirate treasure cave, and if someone comes in here with their boat, they're quickly going to discover that they can't reach that because they're going to fall over and get trapped down there with some zombie and skeleton friends. However, because I'm the pirate that owns this cave, I know that there's going to be a secret entrance right here, and I can stop my boat short of falling over the edge and go back through a secret tunnel that looks just absolutely horrendous at this point and into our storage cave. I've already gone through half durability on this pickaxe, repaired it, and gone through about 1/3 to a half durability again, except for some strategic things around the cave once we get to decorating. The first of which is going to be to go through and dig out all the things that aren't stone and replace them with stone so that I've got a flat palette to work with. When you're designing something like this and you want it to look a little bit more natural, it's always good to work with a flat palette. Any ores that are sticking out, any dirt, any variations of stone types like diorite, they've all got to go. Everything for the most part should be pretty uniform now, except for the front entrance here. I've done a little bit of a mixture of sand and stone to kind of transition from the ocean into the cave. And the very next step is to go in and try to make this look a little bit more natural and do the same thing on the inside of the cave. And I got a couple of cool tricks to do that. First is texture variation. So I'm going to poke out some of these stone blocks and replace them with other gray varieties like andesite, maybe a little bit of gravel, toss in some cobblestone here and there. Having some variety breaks up the flat wall and gives it a little bit more interest. I typically just play around with it for a while and see what comes out. And if I don't like something, I can always take blocks away, try a different combination. This whole process is a lot of trial and error and just kind of eyeballing it. Well, see here, I'm going to break my rule. This piece of dirt right there, I actually think that looks kind of good. This is technique number 2. Not only do you do some texture variation, you also want to do some color variation, and that can spill out over to the edges. For example, I could put some gravel here and maybe some gravel here, and it helps the transition from one block type to another not be so harsh. It's not too bad. And in most cases, most players can probably leave this like it is, but if you want that extra little bit of flair, I've got a couple more suggestions for you. First of which is to go in with some slabs and place them randomly in the corners, and that will give you even more vertical variation that will help smooth out some of the rough edges as well. Who's shooting a trident at me? Hey, buddy, I'm trying to make a video here. I don't know where he went. He must have run off. Oh, hey, look. Green orbs. Anyway, when you're doing the slab technique, make sure to use a variety of slabs. Don't use all the same thing. And you can also punch up into the ceiling, so it looks like there's some cutouts and stuff in there. In addition to slabs, by the way, you can also use stairs and put them in some random directions and spots. Same thing, you can do some cutouts in the roof. All throughout the cave, I'm going to do the exact same thing. And if you're following along, make sure you do that too. And when we come back, this whole cave should look very, very different. What day is it? What year is it even? I started this video in 2024 and it is now 2025. It's been so long. We are into next year and I'm still working on this project. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating just a little bit. I took some time off to do some other things. The Actions and Stuff pack is now out. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Look at this, glowing torches. It's so cool. But more importantly, I've got some progress to show you on the cave. It does look pretty lovely, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like a cave. There's nothing a whole lot special to it just yet, but we're gonna get to decorating here very soon. And I've got some really cool ideas, starting with this back wall. This wall is the very first thing you're going to see when walking into the treasure room, so it's gotta be something good. And what I've got in mind here is to build out some jaw-dropping traditional pirate decor, starting with a variety of diorite, including blocks, slabs, stairs, and walls. And then we'll toss in a little bit of my favorite, fresh hot lava. And to finish, the best color in the world, blue lapis blocks. What I tell you, jaw-dropping. Listen, don't unsubscribe. I don't write the jokes, I just tell them. That's not entirely true, but look, we've got a pirate skull. And this is going to be the centerpiece of the room, and I'm gonna put a barrel right here, and a barrel right here, and a barrel right here with item frames on top. And this is where we're going to keep our most valuable items in the world. So I've got a diamond for the diamond and emerald chest, and maybe we'll put some gold over on this one, and this will be like the standard ores like iron and gold, at least for now. This is gonna fill up very quickly. And then maybe over here, redstone can go here because redstone is gonna be very valuable in this world. I'm gonna be building, hopefully, a number of redstone contraptions, and it just kind of looks like there's gold spilling over the edge of the barrel. Just imagine it. Okay, no, it doesn't look like that, but that's kind of what we're going for. An open barrel concept. A couple more details about this build. I've got a few chains just hanging down. I don't know why. I think it looks piratey. Toward the back of the skull, mouth, and the nose and eyes, you can see a black empty void. And it's not actually a black empty void. If you look very close, It's coal blocks. This is a really cool trick for creating space in your builds when you're working with a small amount of space. It definitely sells the effect. If we were to just leave this empty and have stone back there, this wouldn't look nearly as good. Use some contrast in your builds to create space. And speaking of creating space, I gotta create the rest of this space. So, hopefully by the time you come back to this room in the very next clip, we'll have a completed pirate treasure room that's worthy of the name. Let's get to it. Oh, check it out, check it out, check it out. The storage room is done. And I feel like it looks pretty piratey. I have separated all of my storage into 5 different sections, including stone varieties, plus things like sand and dirt, and some gravel. And then over here is my nature section, so saplings and logs and planks and all the things you can craft from that, and plants and flowers. Then over here, I've got some mob drops. Pretty self-explanatory. And then back over here across the footbridge is my food storage. And then this over here is just a pile of junk. Quite literally. And I guess it's actually 6 sections because I've got all my valuables up here, and I did expand this beyond the 3 barrels that were here at first to include basically every ore. So we got gold in here, not a whole lot because I used most of it for decoration around the room. Iron also has copper and lapis and diamonds and emeralds and redstone and coal and flint. A couple of nice features about this room that help fill the space because before it was a wide open space with just some barrels around the edges. Number 1, the water stream. We'll get to that in a second. From this side, it doesn't really sell the effect a whole lot, but from over there, this is very convincing and it's hard to tell that there's a waterfall coming out both sides. But anyway, the water feature gives us a reason to have a waterfall on this side of the room. And I used the same effect back here that I did with the skeleton skull, by using some coal blocks to help sell the effect that that goes on way farther than it actually does. So that's looking pretty good. The other thing I've got is a pillar that divides up the room very nicely, and it's just nice to look at as well. Feels very cavey. It also helps mask the skeleton just a little bit longer as we're walking in the room, and then as we make our way around the bend, then we get to see the full thing. It just provides a little bit more mystery. Now, speaking of mystery, it's very dark back here. I did my best to spawn-proof some of this without making it look terrible. So slabs in some strategic places. We got trapdoors for the pathways. We should be okay. And then I've also got slabs along the edges. Oh goodness, my boat. Thank you, pillar, for stopping my boat from falling over. Again. Well, okay. Creeper! No! Not today. Okay, I got my boat. Let's get out of here. Oh, and you're probably wondering, hey, BluJay, why is there steam in your waterfall? Hoo-hoo-hoo! Do I got stuff to show you? And it looks like it's dark outside, and this is the perfect time to go out. Look at the beautiful sky. Isn't it wonderful? Look at that moon. Wow, that's bright. Look at the beautiful stars. Fireflies, let's go! So, if you're wondering what this is, I've just started using the Realistic Biomes pack on this world in conjunction with the Actions and Stuff pack, and it provides the perfect atmosphere. Did you see the shooting star? Did you see it? It provides the perfect atmosphere for this world, along with some extra special effects. So, for example, okay, nope, we're gonna go. For example, torches, look at this special effect. It lights up the area just by carrying the torch. What a wonderful thing that should just be in vanilla Minecraft. We still need a lighting update. Wow, did you see how close that was? Not today, sir! The Actions and Stuff pack combined with Realistic Biomes provides for a really fresh experience in Minecraft, which honestly is what I was looking for this world. Aside from a couple of, visual bugs that you may see from time to time, like some render distance things, what I love about this pack and using it alongside Actions and Stuff is it feels very different from my Bedrock Guide world, for one, and two, it still very much feels like vanilla Minecraft with some enhancements. All of the Minecraft textures are the same. None of this is different. But we got a new sun with sun rays. Look at that. It's beautiful. And we got some wind effects and some particles in the air. There's a lot of things that really enhance the experience, and I think it's perfect for a world like this where we're going to be building, and experience is everything. Speaking of the experience, let's take the full experience of arriving in our pirate treasure cave and let's talk about it here for a second. Doesn't that look amazing? It's so dark and mysterious, and anybody who wanders in here better be on their guard because this is a pirate treasure cave after all, and pirates are not going to give up their treasure that easily. We've got rapids right here at the beginning, and just when it's calm, you start to see that gold glimmering over the edge of the wall here. And while you've got your eyes on that, you're just floating on thinking, oh look, there's more water right there. And before you know it, you've been sucked into the waterfall and it's too late. You're gonna fall in. But if you're the pirate like me that owns this cave, we can just park our boat right here, hop out, and take the secret entrance that nobody would even know is here because they're paying attention to all that gold over there, being greedy, thinking they're gonna steal it. So, Pirate Treasure Cave is complete. I know it's been 2 months, and I hope it was worth the wait. I hope you enjoyed today's video. There's plenty more content coming your way. And man, let me tell you, as we get farther along in this world, it's gonna go a lot quicker. Once I get a good source of experience to quickly repair tools, rather than trading with villagers, we're gonna be home free. We're gonna be building like nobody's business, and I hope you're ready for it. Thanks so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave me a comment, and subscribe if you're new, and hey, we'll see you in the next one.